Assalamu alaikum. For a long time, I've been wanting to tell my reverse story, but I just don't really know how. Physically, God can't tell you guys my reverse story because I would have to expose sins to be able to tell the story correctly. So I hope you guys can bear with me as I figure out eventually how to be able to tell the story correctly, so I'm able to tell you the depth and the beauty of how I was able to come to Islam, but without exposing myself. There's no hate like Christian love. Ever since I became Muslim, I've been getting comments like this and this and this and this. But when I was Christian and I was making Christian content before, not on this account, but like on another account, I was actually getting like a lot of praise and a lot of like good for, like people were like good on you for, and of course it's not all Christians, and of course I don't even know if they are Christians, and that's not really Christian attitude to actually be hating on anybody, so I'm not going to attribute it to Christians, but of course this is a clickbaity video for you to listen in. So it's just very interesting. Since I became Muslim, now I'm getting a little bit more hate than I would before. Why do people hate Islam? So I was sitting down with an acquaintance and he kept poking fun at Islam. I haven't told him that I am a Muslim. I've kept that concealed and I have only told like a few people. But he kept saying, when we were talking about religion, that he would never want to debate a Muslim because he would be afraid for his life, or he'd be afraid that they would do something to him. And that was just weird for him to say. Or when we were on the topic of marriage, he kept bringing up that Islam allows for wives and that's wrong and immoral, even though many prophets in the Bible were able to have more than 4 wives. So how did my parents react to my reversion? I would say at first they were shocked. They thought I was just joking or whatever. But as they saw I was actually being serious, they were like, oh, shoot, that's crazy. And my mom and my dad were like, oh, like why? And I was like, oh, I just genuinely think this is the truth. And this is like a good way of living my life. And then after, they were like, they had questions, of course, but they were just chill with it. They were like, oh, like, do you believe in God? I was like, of course, I'm Muslim, I believe in God. And then they were like, do you believe in all these things? And I was like, of course, they're Christian. So I'm like, yeah, we believe very similar. So that everything is just chill. The only thing is I don't believe Jesus is God. That's about it. Like, well, there's other things, but obviously that's the main difference. A frequently asked question that I get is, how do I take care of my locks as a Muslim? So Muslims with locks, or just Muslims inquiring, listen, locks are fully halal. Sometimes the Prophet even had long hair. Sometimes it past his shoulders and sometimes it past his ears. But as a Muslim, we are taught to keep our hair clean and maintain it. Okay, firstly, wudu. You don't have to undo your hair or undo the knots in your hair. All you have to do is just wipe over your hair with the water. Wet your hands and then that's it. The roots do not have to be drenched. As for ghusl, the full body purification, your hair does actually have to be wet for this one. Pour water over your head 3 times. Make sure water touches your scalp. Let the water run through your locks as much as possible. So in conclusion, wash your hair regularly. Oil your scalp. Keep them neat. And do not copy hairstyles of haram lifestyles or the kuffar, aka intention matters. Obviously, I'm from Jamaican descent, so I'm not copying anybody.